I often say that we are in the greatest age of photography since its conception or introduction. And I really believe that. I believe that for a couple of reasons. One is obviously we have the introduction of the digital capture side of things, which to me, and having come from the old school way of doing things in the film days and shot 4x5 sheet film and all the options that we had back then with film, the digital revolution has really given us options to explore that we never had before. And obviously the HDR is one of those. And so I love to explore that and to sort of test and see where I can take it, how far I can take that. So one of the things that I've been able to have recently is some of the Westcott spider light, continuous light sources. And with that, it's given me the ability to say, okay, instead of taking like we did before with a ring light and shooting through and doing an HDR, the ring light continuous light that we did is have these continuous light sources in and put them into modifiers and do actually simulate my 3-edge light approach that I've done with a lot of my models and the athletes, and do that with HDR. And so it was really at the Adobe Max event we did this last year that instead of setting up, we had an opportunity for some of the participants to photograph some of the characters. It was actually the Alice in Wonderland characters, and we gave the people an opportunity to shoot with their own cameras. And so instead of using strobes, which you have to tap in with the triggers and all that, we set up a continuous light options with these 3-edgy light approach, and it really got some fun stuff. So we're going to do that. I'm going to show you an image that we did from that, but then I want to take Amy Rose and put her in, I think we're going to put her in a swimsuit scenario, swimming scenario, and actually shoot my 3-edge light with continuous light source and achieve an HDR effect. And again, what this does is it gives me a palette and an option that does not exist with one capture. So it just gives me a whole nother window of opportunity to explore that I didn't have before. All right, so what we got now is we're going to do an HDR 3-light sport scenario. And I've got Amy Rose with me, and you've probably seen her a lot in my portfolio. And so what we're going to do is, and this is a little different than, obviously when I'm shooting strobes, it's a very quick flash duration point in time. The whole key to this is I'm going to photograph 3 exposures, a 1+ over, so an overexposed by 1 stop, a normal, and an underexposed by 1 stop. So what happens is, and Amy's going to have to be really still, but what we're going to do is we'll combine those 3 images together to create one image through a program like Photomatix or the Nik software, and then I get a tonal range that really is something I can't get in a one capture. And I've done this scenario here at a event where I had the continuous lights, the spider lights, the Westcott spider lights. But this is a little bit new territory for me. But basically, it's the same rules apply. Bigger the source, in relationship to your subject, the softer the light. So we've got these in pretty tight. The downside to this is I am at ISO 800, which is not too bad on these cameras. The newer cameras we have today will hold pretty well at 800 ISO, and I'm shooting wide open, which is on this lens is f4. So I like to be around f7ish, 7.1 to f8 because of the optics are usually a little bit better around that f-stop. But we've got to make a little compromise here, and so I'm going to shoot, and the shutter speed is going to be around. I think I'm starting at 50th, so 1 stop below that, 1 stop above that. So you want to bracket the shutter speed, not the f-stop. And I have it set on my camera to do that automatically. So I'm going to hold it down once and it'll fire off. So again, you have to be very still, and I'll coach Amy and make sure that I'm going to tell her when I'll be firing off. So let's do that and take a look at what our results are. All right, Amy, so do that one look that we kind of worked on with your hand the other way. Oh, that's good. We can try that. Okay, now, so really still. We're going to count. 1, 2, 3. Hold it, hold it. Okay, so you can hear that camera, right? Okay, so I've got 3 frames there. Again, 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Okay, now do one where you're kind of looking off. See what happens? Right there. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Again, 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. So let's do this. That was vertical. Let's try a horizontal. So what I might do is keep your chin straight down the middle. Let's try that. And I'm going to run so bring the ball up a little bit under the arm so I can see the ball. Right there. So this is a little tighter. Okay, ready? All right, we focus. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Beautiful. Again. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. So now take the ball maybe and hold it, and have your shoulders straight on, everything straight down the middle. Okay. All right, ready? Hold that. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do it again just so I got it. Make sure I get it. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Again, chin up just a little bit. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Try it again. Hold it real still. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. All right, so basically the key here is to make sure that your model is still. And we're down to about probably 50th, 30th, 60th, somewhere around there. And that's not exactly super fast shutter speed. So you're going to have mixed results if you ever your model's moving a little bit. So make sure that she's or he's perfectly still. And again, the advantage of this is to get the ability to do an HDR portrait, which is kind of a unique way to approach it. And we'll obviously have you take a look at the results and see what you guys think. All right, so what I want you guys to do is I want you to try to do an HDR portrait. Now keep in mind that if you have light from say a window that's going to influence the scene, that could be a bad thing. So you might want to try this at night. So you have your continuous light sources so you have no contamination from outside light source.
Special thanks to FJ Westcott for keeping this episode lit up. Like the music? Special thanks to Triple Scoop Music. Frame Network giveaways are brought to you by B&H. Head to giveaways.framenetwork.com for your chance to win. Find out more about the equipment used in this episode on framenetwork.com.
What I want to do in this session is kind of take this Rembrandt look and sort of take it to another level. It is bigger, so obviously it's going to be softer, but we're going to show it with 2 huge 7-foot Westcott Octavoxes, and I think you're going to notice that it's going to be a lot softer, but it's a really amazing light. The fun thing about this is it opens up a sort of a whole new possibility of options for you.
Head to FrameNetwork.com and create your password login to gain exclusive access to Lit Up and your favorite shows. Only on Flix.